Welcome to Learn Instrumentation Engineering YouTube channel. Today we are going to detail discuss about control bus in distributed control system. So in this video we would be explaining about what is basically a control bus and what is the main purpose or how does a control bus work in DCS would be detailedly discussed in this video. So if you're an instrumentation student or instrumentation engineer or even an expertise in this field of instrumentation, do subscribe to our channel and I am pretty sure I add value to your knowledge. In this YouTube channel, we discuss mostly on industrial instrumentation control system basics and fundamentals, latest news and global updates on instrumentation engineering. Let's get into this video. So in a control bus or DCS architecture, this is an human interface station or human machine interface. Let's call this as an operator station 1. And we do have a DCS control stations where we do have a power supply, central processing units, input output modules, and where all the DCS control algorithms would be executing. We all know that the distributed control system would be connected to the field instruments, and then in this example we are connecting to an SDV. So if the control room operator wants to close this particular SDV from open to close status, he just open this faceplate and give the close command to this SDV 900. So what happens inside the control bus? This is the control bus where the signal from the human interface station or operation would be communicated to control bus, and from control bus it gets into the DCS control station, and from the DCS control station this close command will be processed and sent to the field SDV 900. So basically a control bus processes the real-time communication in the entire process plant. So we do get all the data instantaneously. Next, this control bus acts as a data highway where bidirectional data would be processed instantaneously. From DCS control station, it communicates with the operator station, and operations communicate with the DCS control station instantaneously. And this control bus carries all the measurement and control data that includes process variable, manipulator variable, set point value, etc. This control bus is always redundant in a control station. So if one control bus fail, another control bus would take care and the process would not be hampered. And apart from a single operator station, we do have multiple human interface station. So we call it as operator station 2, printers, ESD control stations. So all these different control systems would be connected in this control bus 1 and control bus 2. So in case of any one control bus failure, another control bus will take care of the entire process and the system will not be hampered, and even multiple control systems are being interfaced in both the control bus. So this is the main feature of the control bus. Normally they have different communication protocol for sending and receiving those control data, and a common communication protocol we use in industry is token passing, and some of the different OEM uses different communication protocol as well. And since the control bus handles more data, the transmission speed is very important. So the transmission speed would vary from 1 Mbps to 1 Gbps, and in some of the control bus can also transmit the data more than 1 Gbps. And finally, this control bus would be monitored by the CPU in the DCS or the ESD control station. So the CPU would monitor the internal clock of the control bus, its healthy status, and if anything gets filed, it senses a system alarm and it would be notified to the control room engineer. So this is how the control bus work in an DCS architecture. Hope this control bus video have enhanced your knowledge in DCS control system. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share to our instrumentation community. If you want to watch such instrumentation video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel Learn Instrumentation Engineering. Thank you.